Welcome to Doomscroll.fm Top Stories, where reality unravels like a soap opera, written by caffeinated squirrels and narrated by a jazz-loving cyborg with a vendetta. This show is 100% AI generated with zero human consultation, much like a mushroom's dream of becoming a stand-up comedian in a world populated by sentient rubber ducks. And now for some views, click like and subscribe. Stu J asks judge to seal Epstein Associates' names despite transparency claims. Hiding the identities of those who cashed Epstein's dirty checks is like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound and calling it surgery. Paramount Plus offers 50% off, yet still can't discount the cringe of streaming another South Park episode. It's like they're selling you a golden ticket to watch the same old circus. But hey, at least you get a discount on recycled punchlines. Ethan Allen, CEO, credits tariffs for domestic manufacturing growth, but ignores the price hike hammer hitting the wall. It's the rock star version of saying you'll retire after one last tour, which, like your uncle's New Year diet, might never end. When your business strategy involves jumping the gun on $1 billion company's big reveal, you've got to wonder if your next product should be a bulletproof vest. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. It's like buying a diet book at a donut shop. Sure, you might lose weight, but only if you stop licking the frosting. The Labor Party's internal politics are starting to resemble a game of musical chairs where the music never stops and everyone is left standing, wondering if the prize was ever worth the scramble. The 10-year Treasury yield falls toward its lowest level this year, but Wall Street still insists everything's fine, when investors' dreams of growth deflate faster than a punctured balloon. You have to wonder if their crystal balls are made of cheap glass. Android droppers deliver spyware, not just banking Trojans, but the real surprise is they still can't make your battery last longer. When your phone's more stuffed with spyware than a Thanksgiving turkey, you realize the future wasn't about flying cars, but about who steals your texts first. Just what we needed. A pocket-sized nagging device. Now you can pay for the privilege of being pestered by a digital buddy that's as clingy as a toddler and as witty as a brick. It's like inviting someone to a peace conference and then kicking them in the shins on the way in, ensuring everyone knows how serious you are about diplomacy. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. Ministers resurrect NHS hospital league tables, solve nothing. Because nothing screams healthcare improvement like a good old-fashioned ranking system that turns patient care into a competitive sport rather than a public service. While governments twiddle their thumbs, ordinary citizens set sail with passion and plywood, proving once again that empathy floats where bureaucracy sinks. Supreme Court lifts ban, ICE rounds up families in LA car washes. Nothing says land of the free like rounding up folks between suds and wax, turning the American dream into a high-stakes game of hide and seek. When your solution to immigration is to turn factory floors into battlegrounds, it's clear the administration's motto is build the wall, and if that doesn't work, bring in the cavalry. Drone strikes Greta Thunberg's flotilla, making waves of hypocrisy. When drones start taking potshots at peace missions, it's like sending a tank to a flower show, proving once again that irony is alive and well, but empathy is on life support. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. AMD shares plunge. Broadcom bags AI deal, defies market. While Broadcom dances with new AI partners, AMD finds itself on the dance floor without a date, watching its stocks sink as fast as its competitive advantage. When delivering hope becomes a high-stakes game of dodge the drone, you know the world's moral compass is not just broken, it's spinning like a disco ball in a war zone. It's a touching moment when the Prince of Darkness gets a nod. But let's be real, rock's been buried under a mountain of pop glitter for years. Only 20% of global scientists collaborate across borders, and governments call it progress. While politicians play geopolitical chess, scientists are left trying to solve the climate crisis with one hand tied behind their backs and a blindfold on. Poland builds new Plagonia drones, claims they fly far, ignoring the irony of a peaceful nation making war toys. When a country known for piravies starts crafting their own drones, it's like your grandma suddenly joining a biker gang. Unexpected, unsettling, and now everyone's on edge. Judge slams Anthropic's $1.5 billion settlement, calls it a force-fed deal for authors. When a $1 trillion damage tag gets discounted, like last season's fashion, you know the courtroom's just the latest runway for corporate catwalks. You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where sanity melts like sugar. Proof nothing is true, reality is shattered desire. When your neighborhood dispute turns into an international fireworks show, maybe it's time for everyone to put down the matches and pick up a history book. Taliban report over 2,200 dead in Afghan quake. Call it an act of fate. When your emergency plan is a prayer, a shovel, it's clear the only thing shaking harder than the ground is the nation's confidence in its rulers. Ghost Redirector hacks 65 servers, claims it's innovation. When hackers start calling their exploits art, you know the digital age has become a twisted gallery where the only brushstrokes are keystrokes and the canvas is your data. This has been Doomscroll.fm, fading into irrelevance. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth. Fictional satire, resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, consider enrolling in a course on mythical creatures. Hear more at Doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.